I promise you we're not late just because I were getting a cup of tea. I promise you, we were just having kittens there. Facebook's playing up, YouTube's playing up. Tim's pulling his hair out, bless him, hates to be late for anything. So it's finally got us live on all platforms, so everybody can watch the show. So thank you for your patience, and thanks for just generally chatting and just waiting for me. I do appreciate it, as you all know. So good evening, everyone. My name is Toni Darroch, and this is the How to Craft Network Studio. Friday, one day special. Oh, yes, Tim's got a big smile on his face now. We're live. He's happy, although his hair looks a bit like this because he's been running his fingers through his hair like, why is this not working? Why is that not working? And you know, if you all have partners or husbands, you know, in those moments, you just stand there and be quiet. You all know it well, right? Let's do a little bit of a shout out. Let's have a look. We've got Shannon, we've got Angela, we've got Pat, Sarah, Brenda, Carol, Sue, Michaela, Amanda, and then over on socials, we'll check those out shortly. Hopefully that is still working. And if you're watching on my-telly.com, I can see as soon as you scan that QR code and add the items to your basket, Tim gets a buzz to know, so he knows you're using it, guys. So there is some of you over there as well. So giddy kipper, says Rosamond. Hi, Tony. So stressful, but you are here now. I know, Karen. Listen, better late than never. Better late than never, hey? But it is so stressful sometimes. We have all the tech in the world, and sometimes they say, don't they, technology is brilliant when it works, but it lets you down when it doesn't. Okay, and I have the best tech man to sort it. So better late than never. So how is everyone? Full of cold, says Iris. Oh my goodness. Hi, Tony, Tim and Tom. Tom's eating chicken and chips whilst watching his phone and learning how to do DJ decks, like making his own tunes. Is it going to be on the Santa's list, do we think? We'll have to wait and see on that one. But yes, he's absolutely loving watching people doing this deck music. So I think that's probably what's coming, guys. I get that way myself when crafting. Do you really? Yeah. Good evening, says Rolf. Hi, darling. I hope you're well. So welcome to the channel, everyone. It's cold. It is cold, but I want to dive straight in because we've got something really, really unique this evening, something actually quite special. I'm not actually selling you a physical product that I have to mail, which is blooming brilliant because the delivery service, the taxes, the duties, honestly, I am totally grey underneath this hairstyle. Totally grey. It's getting worse and worse, and I know that we're coming up to the festive period as well, so I know it's just going to get even worse, which is a nightmare, right? But at the moment, I'm keeping a lid on it, just. But yes, Leanne, it is very cold. It is very cold. So I've got some things that are back in stock. I've got a secret sale again. Changed all the items, though. So we have a secret sale. So if you go to the website and type secret sale, it works, doesn't it, Tim? So there's not a lot in this time. And the reason why I haven't put a lot in this time, guys, is because you know how we have our deal hunters on a Tuesday and you get the most amazing deals and offers. Most of the time, it's at a loss. I thought to myself this evening, I'm struggling to actually put things in the secret sale because you've had so many good savings this year since we started our Deal Hunter show that every Tuesday is a Black Friday day for us here at Stamps By Me. I can't really beat it. So although there are some items in there, take a look. I have put some cutters in there at half price. There's stamps in there, so there's some at £5. And there's some £10 off on Quattro as well. And you what, sorry? Yeah, I just said that. Type secret sale at the top of the website and it comes up as well. So have a look at that one as well. You can have a look later. It's on all weekend. And don't forget, as always, you can add to previous order. I've been able to watch for a while, but looking forward to tonight. Oh, bless you. That's super kind. And over on Facebook, we've got Kathy. Can't wait to see. We've got Janet. Good evening, Tony, from very cold Leeds. It's very cold, isn't it, Janet? And we've got Brenda on. Good afternoon. Hoping it won't rain again this afternoon. Oh, it depends where you are in the world. It's cold here. So let's get into the one-day special. You can see it on the screen there. So we all are having panic. You're all having kittens about your points and things like that. So let's get straight into it. One of the years, we started our point system about 4 years ago. 2 of the years, we allowed you to carry them over. So for those of you that don't know how our point system works, you have a tiered system, which is awesome. Now, I will probably say half of you, at least half of you, I think it's at 52%, are at our 20% saving point, right? Some of you hit the 20% saving point in a matter of months. By March, some of you are already at the 20%. That, to me, is amazing, because to get to 20% saving, you get a point per pound. And to get to 20% off for the rest of the year, you have to spend £1,000. So for customers that reach the 20%, now I'm probably actually telling you something you don't know or don't want to hear, because you're like, hang on a minute, I hit 20% in March or April or May or June. Does that mean I spent £1,000 with you, Toni? Well, after discounts and things like that, not really, you didn't spend 1,000. However, to get those points, to get to the 20%, you had to spend £1,000. Okay, to get to the 10%, you had to spend £200. To get to the 15, you had to spend £500. Okay, now for 2 years out of the 4, we've carried points across. And that's to give people the opportunity to see what it's like to get the 20% saving every time they order from Stamps by Me. And if you are a purchaser from Stamps by Me that purchases all of the time, you are consistent, you like to spend with Stamps by Me, you love me, you love the family, you love our product, and you spend all the time, this offer is for you. However, if you're just starting out and you're still not sure and you're dipping your toe every now and then, you're not too bothered about the sales on a Tuesday and things like that, maybe you can sit back and relax for this evening. But for those hardcore friends and followers who love Stamps by Me, this evening's show is just for you. It's a VIP opportunity, and although I have said to you I cannot carry the points over, I've put this together because I know how much you all appreciate that 20% saving. Because when I do bundles at £30, £40, £50 and you get the 20% off, it's good savings. And I'm launching every week. I have deal hunters every Tuesday. I have my Monday night lives, and all of the £10 savings, £20 savings, £5 savings all accumulate probably to £1,000 for yourself over the year anyway. So we have launched our very first, I'm actually quite happy about this. We've been speaking about it all day, haven't we? And this is going to be our loyalty lock-in, okay? So Brenda's putting Daryl in the camper van. So this is me meeting you halfway, okay? So if you are at 20% points, that means you've spent £1,000 with me. Now, in January, your points will reset. So come January, everything goes back to zero. To get to the 10%, you need to spend 200 quid. To get to the 15, you have to spend £500. And to get to the 20%, you have to spend £1,000. Now, to some of you are like, I don't spend £1,000 with you, Toni. That's fine. Then I'm not talking to you as an individual and as a crafter. But if you are at those points now, if you are at 10%, 20% or 15%, this might be for you. So basically, we've put this lock-in system together for you, and I'm meeting you halfway. It's £100, and you're going to lock your points for the whole of 2026. Now, if you're at 20% already, you have nothing to worry about. All of next year, you will stay at those 20% savings. You will not have to spend another £1,000 to get to 20% off. Now, if you are at the 10% saving, we'll lock it at the 10. If you get to January and you're at the 10%, it'll get locked. And then you can build for the rest of the up and coming months to get to the 20%. If you're at 15 from January, we'll lock it. It'll stay at 15. Any purchases above and beyond will take you up to the 20% discount. Okay? The Loyalty 100 is a gift. It totally is. But I said to Tim, I feel like I'm not giving you anything for it. I'm like, give me £100, but I'm not giving you something for it. Tim's like, are you joking? Are you joking? Are they saving, if you are at 20%, then I'm going to save you £1,000 next year to get to those, to that saving. So still all the same, I was like, no, I still have to give my friends something. Yeah, and at 20%, absolutely. It's a no-brainer if you are an avid follower. However, I still felt a little bit guilty. You know what I'm like, guys? I like to give back. So if you purchase the lock-in system, it starts from January. When you buy it, we will pop a £10 credit onto your account and you can spend the £10 off your next purchase, save it for something for January, save it for the next launch. So actually it's 90, okay? So that's it. We've been super excited about it all day. I've been a little bit nervous about it, but Tim's like, as long as you explain how much they're gonna save if they buy the lock-in system, you are going to save over and over and over and over, because you don't have to spend the money, whole lot of money again to get to the 10, the 15 and the 20. So let me just cover it off again. So if you are at 10%, okay, and you are still at 10%, I mean, you've still got time till the end of the year to build it anyway, but at whatever you are, when we reset the points in January, whether you are at 10, 15 or 20, they'll be locked. So that's it. So they'll be locked. So if you are at 20% all of next year, 20% all of next year. And like I say, we have reset the points 2 years back to back for customers to give them the opportunity to get and experience the 20% discount, because it's big savings. It is big savings. If you're ordering a bundle at £100, you save 20 quid. So you've got your 20 quid back straight away, okay? So you will get a £10 code for your next purchase. What we'll do is, if you purchase the loyalty lock-in VIP, an order obviously will come through to us. What Becky will do then is she will allocate you a unique code to you as an individual. She'll pop it on that order, and then you can use that code on any future purchases. And you can use it when you want, guys. You don't have to use it next week. You can just use it when you want. So £10 straight off one of the orders. So if you want to take advantage of it, please do so. It's not going to be on forever. I'm going to give it a short window. If you are at the 10, the 15 and the 20, I would suggest that you do it, because that tells me you spend a lot of money with Stamps by Me, and the savings will be absolutely worth it over and over and over for 2026. However, if you're not at any points and you may be nearly at the 10% discount, then maybe you want to do it, because you've still got till the end of the year. The points will lock. So even if you're not at a discountable place, so if you're still not at the 10, but say you have 100 points, you can lock it, build for the rest of the year. You might be at 10% by the time you get to January, and it'll be locked. And then any purchases in 2026 will build on top of your locked system, okay? Am I explaining it very well? Great Christmas gift, Elaine says. Tim actually said that. He said people might buy them as Christmas gifts if people say, oh, you would, yeah, I know. We've been talking about it all day. Actually, all day we've been talking about it, and we were doing the maths, and we were figuring out, you know, if you spend X and Y, and on every one that we figured out, Tim's like, it's a deal. It's an absolute deal, particularly if you love Stamps by Me. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to do it every year. I'll see how it goes this year. I have to do the maths. Did it prove okay for us as a company as well? We like to try new things, but if you want to purchase it, the opportunity is there. We'll give you £10 back for doing so, because I felt like, because I'm not sending anything in the post, it was like, I don't think they're going to think I'm not, it's crazy. Go on. Yeah, and also as well, Tim has spent some time pulling together some F&Qs for you, so frequently asked questions. So have a read up, guys. It's quite a lengthy read up on there, and it just tells you why we've done what we've done and what opportunities it gives you back. So that's the actual one-day special. So make the most of it, guys. If you are at the 20%, it's a no-brainer. But it's not, I'm not going to just do it for a week, guys. I'll leave it on for a few weeks, give you the opportunity, because some people don't get paid and some people might want it as a gift and need to get the money off loved ones to do so. So I will leave it on for a few weeks, and I'll probably update you further on Monday on a close-off point for it as well. Stop. Tim saying what we've got coming in January, you're going to want 20% off. But isn't it wonderful to not have to spend £1,000 to get to 20% off? Because once you get to those point systems and those discounts, you get it off everything. Everything. So when I stand here on Deal Hunters and I have a massive bundle for a tenner, which happens probably every Tuesday, a 12 by 12, a stamp and embossing folder for a tenner, you still get 20% off. So you get it for £8. And if you're in the club, which is 15 quid for the year, and it's just a way of giving back as well to say thank you, because honestly, and I've said it multiple times, 2025 for Stamps by Me has been a tough year. It's been very, very tough in lots of different ways. And every time I turn the camera on, you're always there. You've always got something kind to say to me, and I know you all wait for me and my big smiley face, but I get so much out of you guys like you do me. You'll never understand it. One day I'll write a book, I guess. So that's that. Monday Night Live. I wasn't live last Monday because I was sat outside school at 10 to 6 waiting for Tom, and he came running to the car and went, I'm so sorry, like really upset. I'm like, listen, nobody's died, it's fine. But I am live this Monday at 6 this Monday. And I've got some updates. We've got some delays on some advent calendars, but I don't want to talk about it in here and take the shine off this evening's one day special. So we'll talk about it Monday night at 6 o'clock. Okay, that's in the craft and chat. So let's get straight into the show. We already started 10 minutes late. I want to do some demos. I've got some samples and we have the secret sale. So if you want to check out the secret sale, and I'm still smiling. I'm still smiling. I always smile. Listen, as long as nobody's poorly or died, listen, I'll always have a smile on my face. And me and Tim always fix everything. Sometimes we can't fix everything, like the fire on the truck. But, you know, we do pretty much fix everything and anything where possible. Question. Is there a tax on the lock-in ticket? No, no. Denise says. Is that America, Tim? Tim's just like... But will there be, do we know? Oh, yeah, because we knocked the taxes off for them last time, didn't we? Shall I tell the people in America to wait? Oh, Tim's going to fix it now for you, darling. Yeah, you get taxed, don't you? So we have to make your price point a little bit lower to cover your taxes. Because taxes are just a nightmare, aren't they, guys? Aren't they? So just stand by if you are in America. Tim's going to have a quick look at that for you now. And let me just talk you through some of the products. So we have the secret sale. Type secret sale at the top. You can see all of the product, okay? But we do have £10 off 4 Quattro Ds. Now, I haven't touched on Quattro D for quite a long time, so hopefully I'll try and demo one of them, or at least talk you through one of them. But I do have some back-in-stock items. Not lots, back in stock items simply because we have rejigged our warehouse and we found like packs of 10 and 20 of a few things that were showing out of stock. And like there was 9s and 15 people who had ticked the notify me button. So I'm just going to go through them. Do you want to pop it on overhead, Tim? And I'll just go through the back in stocks very quickly, guys. And then we'll get into demo. Is that all right? We'll use some embossing folders as well, some of my favourites. Okay, so let's just talk you through some of these. So we've got Creative Wings with the 3D butterfly. This comes with the coordinating outline die. You can obviously stand the wings proud. Now, if you know our embossing folders, the detail that you get on our embossing folders is awesome. I'm going to save these because these are my favourites. I'm moving those to the back. I'm moving my favourites to the back. Just 1 second. Don't be getting giddy kippers, you lot. So, no, let's do my favourites first. So, I think we only have about a pack of each of these we found. So, we've got Tiger Lily. A lot of notifies me clicked this, so this is in stock for how long, not sure. Tiger Lily, this is the HD 3D. I might run this one through. We have the Wild Bouquet, which is that poppy, lovely poppy cluster there. That's our high definition. One of my all-time favourites, fantastic, frantic florals. It's got so much detail in it, one of my all-time favourites. We've got another poppy one, but this one is like portrait and the other one is landscape. So you've got two options with design there, landscape and portrait, both my favourites. We love poppies, as you all know. We have two of the all occasions. We have the little mini A2 and we have the 5x7. And I love this because it puts that chamfered area on there and the detail in the window. We have these two. And then we have the geometric leaves. We have the urban hearts, those drippy hearts, very artistic. We love that one. We have the seamless swirls. We have the idyllic iris, which is that beautiful iris which stands proud in the corner. Totally wonderful. And then we have, found a pack of these, so we've got 10 of these. The lovely Avogo die set, which makes like a monster-shaped card. It has the eyeballs, the eyebrows. There is some samples attached to this, and then you've got your teeth. But what I love about this is the arms die cut, so it holds a photo. So if you want to put all your Christmas jumpers in there, or a family photo, or just a scenic photo, really, or like a pizza or something from one of your pattern papers, you can put that in as well. So you can do a standing card as well. Check out the amazing samples for that one. So that's a few bunches that we found today. And then, you've done it, have you? Guys, Tim's taken off the US taxes, so have a look at it. They're included, but it comes out at the same price, hopefully. Right, so the next item I want to talk about is Quattro D. Our amazing Quattro Ds, okay? £10 off, £10 off, £10 off. I'm not sure how much I took off this one, 15, I think. But if you are brand new to our channel, our Quattro D system is that 4-stage system, the stencils, the stamp, the die, and the embossing folder to create the most beautiful 3D cards. Now, I did find samples for these two. I couldn't find samples for these two. They will be somewhere, but, you know, it's cold in the warehouse, and I didn't want to spend my life in there looking for them. So let me show you some samples for these, and then we'll just have a play with some of our embossing folders, right? So let's have a look at Paris. So here is, now I'm not sure if you can see that there, but it's 3D, it's raised from the page, absolutely beautiful. Oh, that's it. So the Santa is 20, rocking around, he's reduced to 20, and I've taken £10 off the Quattro Ds as well. So make sure you check those out. I've also attached, can you see the 3 storage boxes? The plywood storage boxes. They're little like, they're like bird houses, and I felt like you could do your Quattro D flowers over, paint it down with your eyes ink paints, and then do your Quattro D flowers, the 3D flowers on them as well, and have like a set of 3 on the side, or, you know, make them distressed, make them vintage. £15.19, I thought, yeah, we'll add them to the show as well. So let's just have a look at some more samples. So this is one where it's been cut proud. So it's off the page. The die cut has been put around the tower. And the tower and the flowers are all 3D, absolutely beautiful. So let's just show you this one. So you can build them into your own embossing folders. Ink up the embossing folder. So I've taken £10 off these. These are relatively new, guys, relatively new. That's nice, isn't it? Because the yellow pulls out of the yellow from the pattern paper there. And then in the background there is another embossing folder. So we have a shaker with the tower in the back there. So the stamp can be used on its own. The embossing folder can be used on its own. The stencils. Question. Can I ask the maker? Not yet, Sue. The maker's memoir hasn't been set number 2. Tim's just finishing it. You will be notified when it gets sent, though. I need to talk about a few things on Monday night, and that's one of them. Look at that one with the circle on there as well. No embossing folder, totally flat on that one. wonderful 3D. And that's a stamp in the background all on that one as well. So that one is Paris samples. I'll just pop this on the back. And then we have the Hibiscus one. So let's have a look at the samples for this one. So this has got 9 pieces. Look at that. So that's the stencils and then just sprayed with a little bit of water. Pat says she's used the tower so many times. Well, I am pleased that you actually use them. Look at that one. You can build your embossing folders in the background there, look. Embossing. Just using the stamp at the bottom. Teaming it in with some of your other stash. And that's the embossing folder in the back on its own. So one stenciled, stamped, die cut, and then that in the back. Don't ask me where that one's come from because that's a lamination one. I'll move that one. And then one more. Becky was guest DT on both of the Quattro Ds. Now let me show you the Quattro D system because I think it's important you see what you get in the pack because it looks like $39.99 is like, well, what do I get for 40 quid, Tony? So let me just show you this one real quick. So you get your whole layering stencils, and in this one, you get 6 layering stencils. So you line it up with the hearts, follow the heart system, and that gives you your colouring, so you don't have to worry about your colouring. Then you've got your stamp, okay, for the detail. You could just stamp this and watercolour it. You get your die as well to go around, and then you also get your embossing folder as well. So you get all 4 in the same pack. Now £10 has been taken off here if you have your points. If you have your points and you're in the club, then you'll get it for even less than that, which is awesome, right? So let me quickly visit some of the embossing folders. I'm just going to run them through and show you the design because they are absolutely beautiful. That's a super VIP deal. Oh, I'm so pleased that you all appreciate it, for one, because there's always a worry when you speak to your regular customers and your avid following, when it's really difficult as me on this side of the camera taking money from you, not giving you anything through the post, because that's what we do, right? But yeah, it is, Tim's like £100, Tony, for him to stay at 20. And if you stay at the 10 or the 15, you'll only have to make a few more purchases to get up to... You'll all be now screaming at me at the end of 26, going, please can I lock again? Please can I lock again? And Tim will be like, yeah, this time it's 900 quid. Could you imagine? Yeah, you can lock your points, guys. It'll be £1,000. Might be able to go on holiday then. Right, let's run some of these embossing folders through. Now, I've got my machine. Is there any in particular anybody wants to see me put through? Because, like I say, we don't have tons of these, guys. And I'm obviously going to just do my favourites, because we all have favourites, right? So I'm going to do geometric leaves first. And I think this is a cool way to see the dimension that you get from our embossing folders, because we love embossing folders, right? We've got a whole new bunch coming in the new year. Oh, very quickly, whilst I'm just getting some cardstock for this as well. Our Christmas Eve boxes, you can see them on the front here. These have new product in, never been seen before. So on Christmas Eve, when you open your Christmas Eve box, you will be greeted with a brand new concept from Stamps by Me. So you can play over the Christmas period with your new goodies, and everybody else can wait to buy them later in the year. So it's just a lovely gift to have something unique to yourself. Please don't buy them thinking you are getting like £100 worth of product for the price that it is. The price that you pay is the price that it is. What's nice about our Christmas Eve boxes is it's the exclusivity. You get it before anyone else. You get to open it on Christmas Eve. And over the Christmas period, if you are at home and it is a little bit quiet, you can play and post your makes. And everybody's going to be like, where did you get that from? You can't buy it. It was in the Christmas Eve boxes, which are no longer for sale. So we did it last year, and we did 4, and it were an absolute success. But these 2 price points, these 2 values that we did last year were the most popular. So I've condensed it from 4 to 2. So you can buy both. They have absolutely different product in them. Or you can just treat yourself to one. Or again, a gift to yourself. Can't wait till I'm back in January on HTCN. Pardon? It's a big show. It's big. Are you excited for me, Shannon? It's big. Right, come on. Let me just run this through. I've got some cream card blanks here, guys, so I'm just going to pop these through here. So let's run this one through. If you've got these embossing folders, well, you're going to save some money, unless you bought the lock-in, of course. But this evening's show is just to come and say hello. Is everybody on wind down now for Santa? I'm thinking about putting my tree up at the weekend. Maybe? We'll see, won't we? We haven't decided, have we? It's a bit cold. Oh, you're excited for me, Shannon? Bless your heart. Right, so let's just shift this out of the way. Let's just do a few of these embossing folders. So this one is your geometric leaves, which you can cut out with your scissors and make 3D flowers. The Christmas Eve boxes are 2 weeks before Christmas, and we do not have a delay on these. So these are safe, these are safe. We're going to talk about it all on Monday, but these are in the building, so that's fine. So 2 weeks before Christmas. I say actually 10 days because I don't want you to cheat. So this is your geometric leaves or flowers. If you cut around, you can make a beautiful 3D flower as well. Okay, so that's one. So many. Let's do urban hearts. I say put up the tree before it gets colder. Well, Tom's got rugby tomorrow all day, and honestly, I don't think Tom would let me put the tree up without him. And to be honest, we absolutely have so much fun and laughter putting it up together that I wouldn't want to do it without him. So it won't be tomorrow, but maybe Sunday. However, Shannon, Tim has lots of work to do for HTCN on Sunday, so we don't want to leave Munchkin out as well. So we'll see how we go. So this one is Urban Hearts. Karen says, you better book extra luggage for all your Sam. I know. We're going to spend a bit of time out there this time. Because normally we just sort of like quickly go, quickly come back because we can't afford to have any time out of the business. But we're going to take 2 or 3 days out, I think, because I think we'll need it. So this one is your Urban Hearts. Love this one. You know, add in ink, put some ink on the embossing folder, spray it with water. This one is a beauty. So just think of like your florals and your Imala stamps that you can put on top of these if you want to. So that one is the geometric hearts. I love these types of shows. So that's that one. And we have one of my favourites. Happy birthday, Sue! So we have this lovely poppy. You need a picture of my tree on the app. I'll put it in the app. I don't post anything like that on my social media because My life is pretty boring. No, actually, because I don't want it on social media, but I'll happily post it in the app for you all because I know you're all there for the right reasons. So yes, I will post my tree in the app when I've put it up. It's not very posh though. Please don't be expecting like posh. We don't do posh. But it's a nice tree. It's got lots of tat on from Tom. From Tom, you know, over the years of him making things. We don't get rid of those. So I've got some little clay things that have got hair stuck to them. Hair stuck to them. We've got broken corners on trees. I bet you're all expecting like a coordinated tree. It's all right. It's a good one. But it is full of tat. They're all at the back though. Cannot access the secret sale via website. Comes up no products for that search item. Then we'll just have a look for you. Oh, Tim's put it on for you. Hopefully you can see it there, sweetheart. So this one is Poppy Garden. Now, these are nice. If you take a brush and your watercolours, we were watercolouring these 5 years ago and you all absolutely loved them. Paint them, they look absolutely beautiful. Beautiful! Happy birthday to you. I'm sure your tree is lovely, says Michaela. It looks like a cat's had it. Yeah, it looks like that. But it is fun putting it up. We do bicker like crazy, actually, whilst we're doing it. Now, I'm not going to do the other poppy because that's landscape. It's a good one, though. I would come to Minnesota and do a show on your day off. I would. Hey, we've got, yeah, we're planning something like that next year anyway. I did a shout out, didn't I? If anybody knows any stores that would like me to do a workshop whilst I'm there, I'm in. So if you've got crafty friends who own scrapbooking stores and things like that and would love me to come and do something, I'm in. Yes, I will come to a store and have cuddles and cups of tea and coffee. You're not getting cuddles. Now I'm doing the tiger lily. Tim's like, can I have cuddles? No. Tiger lily this time. Now what I'm going to do now is we're going to step it up a little bit so we're not boring. Pat loves both the poppy ones. They're some of my favourites. Tim, can we just check the stock on these because I didn't have a lot of these. A lot of them I'm probably just talking about them and you can't even buy them. Hopefully not. But we'll see. I know a lot of you have got these. So with this tiger lily one, I think we need to put some ink on the embossing folder, right? Just feeling the raised part, which is that part. So that goes to the back, like so. Let's add some ink on here. Let's go with Heather. I'm going with Heather. Sell out risk on frantic floral, limited stock, few limited stocks, guys. If you haven't got them, check them out. So I'm going to go Heather with this one on the lily. Tap, tap, tap. Try and pick up some of that detail in there too. I'm going to spray it with a little bit of water too to try and get rid of those lines. Hopefully I don't, looks like I've sprayed that too much, but we'll go with it. We'll go with it. And then all I do is pop my card in, pinch it shut. Oh, too much water, Tony. Get heavy-handed with that water. Let me just... This one, is it not? Oh, this one's not attached. Just put Tiger Lily into the website, you'll find it. A wet, hot mess, this looks like. I'm sure it'll look all right, though. A little bit bit too wet, but you get the detail, you get the idea. Let me just get some tissue on that. Don't spray as much as I did, guys. Love, love, love the lilies. The detail is like second to none. I know it looks a bit blurry, I sprayed it too much, but you get the idea. Okay, so all of the other ones, is there any others? Idyllic Iris is beautiful as well. Right, I'm going to step away and I'm going to do the Magnolia, I think, Quattro D. Have a slurp of the tea. We have 4 oak slices. 4 oak slices, I've added them to the show. They were showing out of stock and there was 4 on the shelf. I've loaded 4. And there is a big red label underneath. So if you wanted the oak slices, I did put it live, so it will have notified people. The oak slices that can be used all year round. But my cats are another story. There's that lovely tiger lily, guys. Absolutely beautiful. Iris, get checked before you order, lovely. We don't want 2. Tiger lily is one of Sue's favourites. Right, so Quattro D. Let's have a quick look. This Magnolia is absolutely beautiful, guys. It's absolutely beautiful. Did I have 3 cups? Yeah, and you've also got the Paris Tower one as well. Okay, so I think we'll go with the Magnolia. I think we've done the others quite a few times, although we haven't done Quattro D for a while. So let's just ditch this for now. I'll give you the code, darling. 200-922A. So you have your layering stencils, the stamp, and the embossing fold. The embossing fold looks beautiful on its own. It has the chamfered detail too. So let's go through the system. Super, super easy. Let's see if we can find it. Is it there? No? Let's have a look. Magnolia Garden. So if you don't know about Quattro D, it has the heart system in the corners. And you just follow the heart system and it's quite really that easy. Is it not on? If you type Quattro D. Oh, you spell it wrong, darling. There you go. That's it. There we go. So they are numbered 1, 2, 3 and 4. Let's grab some cardstock. I'm just going to go with this one for now, this square. So I'm going to go with, you have to follow the numbers or else it becomes a little bit problematic, okay? So let me find my number here. So I've got number 1. I'm just going to line it up in the corner of this piece of cardstock here. And I'm literally going to create the colour inside that Magnolia. So let's go pink first. So when you first do it, you're like, oh, it all looks uneven. A bit rubbish is that. Just stick with the process, okay? So get the first layer down, number 1. If you've got this at home, this is the encouragement to dig it out. Don't forget about it. So I'm doing super light for this one. So number 1, easy, right? Let's pop this on the back. number 2. I'm just going to line number 2 over the top. Now, you can ink through the hearts. I just line the stencil up with the edge of the piece of cardstock. So this time I'm just going to go pink again, but this time a little bit darker. So just using the same coloured ink pad. So if you're limited on ink pads, just do the first layer super duper light with the same ink pad, and then the second one, add more ink, press on a little bit harder. You don't have 2 shades of pink. If you have all the colours in the world, of course, you can experiment, create different coloured ones. So there comes together number 2. Then number 3 sort of like puts the colour into the background. So you can, it's up to you. You could do it green if you want to create a green background, a pink background. I'm just gonna go with green. Let's just go with green just for simplicity here. So let's go. No, I might do teal. Let's do teal. Why not? So I'll wind it up with the edge of the card here. Christina, will I be sending? Yes, Christina, they will be sent a little earlier to our friends in the States, yes. The delivery service cannot be trusted. Causing me so much headache. So there we've got a few leaves. We've got some lovely stems in there too. And then the last one, make sure you look at your number, pop it in the corner. And then you've got some little centres in the flowers as well. So if you wanted to do those in like a yellow or a darker pink or maybe a purple. So I'm just going to take my same pink brush and just put a purple spot in the centre of this. And then you started to get some real depth and dimension in there. So then you're probably looking at the stamp thinking, Toni, why is it in 2 parts? That's because you can do borders, guys. You don't have to use it as an entirety. You can use them as borders. So let's go with this one. And then all you need to do is just line it up. I will do each one on their own first, okay? Take your card. Ink craft, just amazing. Tim doesn't even craft it and he loves it. So I'm just going to pop this on here, onto this. Line it up best I can. And we'll just do it in black. However, if you do like your heat embossings and all of that good stuff, it looks awesome in gold. You've seen me do it lots of times, guys. So let's add the detail. Oopsie daisy. Four days to California, that is brilliant. Yeah, UPS. Let's not talk about UPS, Elaine. Oh, look at that. So that's the bottom stamp. And then I'm just taking the other stamp off the sheet and we'll stamp the top part. The great thing about what I love about Quattro D also is it doesn't have to be perfect. It looks great, not perfect. I'm sure it's a fortune. It was a fortune to start, and then 2 weeks ago they've decided to double it. Literally double it, I'm not joking. And then, well, I'll talk about it on Monday, but then I thought, right, I'm going to send them Royal Mail because I can't afford to send get the taxes and the bills, because obviously I said I'd pay them. Went to Royal Mail, didn't I, Tim? Oh my, I thought UPS were bad. But I'll fill you all in on Monday. Iris says, Elaine, that's quicker than she gets product. Yeah. Look at that. So you think about the colours and things like that. And then, let's get rid of this for now. And then you have the dye. So let's have a look at the dye. So the dye pops out all of these pieces in the back. So this cream, it pops it totally out if you want to. So if you pop it on, I will try and get it right. Let's have a look. I'll do it. Mind if I can get into it. Yeah, delivery is just a little bit epic, isn't it, guys? So when you pop it on, here, look, can you see here? What it does is it cuts the whole yellow, the cream parts away. Can we see? It actually looks like it's going to cut that off. It isn't. It's just because I've kept the plate connected so it doesn't cut you when you run it through your machine. Okay, so let's run this one through. I'm just going to cut it because it is a card blank. I'm going to put it through my embossing folder anyway, so. All right, and there's my other plate. So I'll pop it on. And then line it up. Best you can, tape it down. And what this is going to do is it's going to pop out all of those little back pieces. Now, if you don't use the die, you can still use the embossing folder. Looks absolutely awesome. But the 4-stage process, when we did Quattro D, it was like the embossed cards that were coloured, die cut and stamped, foiled in store, and the 3D puffiness. Quattro D now does that for you. So now it's like amazing. Mind you, we're doing Quattro D a long time now, I think. At least 3 years, 4 years. So you can see, can we see? How beautiful, how beautiful. And then you take your embossing folder, so you trim this down. The cutter that I'm using as well, by the way, guys, is in, I have popped it in the sale. We have got a few thousand of those in the warehouse. I think I've knocked £15 off, so have a look at that one. So now all I'm going to do is just trim around. And then I'm going to line it up into my embossing folder. You will have to trim it, guys, but it puts this beautiful chamfer detail on. And then you get your embossing folder. That chair. Now lining it up now, let me see, I can't see a blooming thing. There we go. So I'll just show you it on close. So just line it up. best you can. Just going to take a bit off the top there so I can line it up a little bit better. I'm going to trim it anyway, so... And just line it up by eye when you're happy. And we'll run it through the machine. Now, this 4-stage concept works for all of our Quattro D. So it don't matter if you do the Paris Tower, if you do Rocking Around with Santa. It's all the same system, okay? Let's run this one through. Oh, Amanda uses teal, silver and glitter paste. Ooh. Look at that. So you've got all the embossed, hopefully you can see that, all the embossed detail and the chamfered edge. So then you just put it in your guillotine. I'll just turn it over and then you'll be able to see the true embossed detail. So you know the detail is through there. Look at that. I tilt it forward, hopefully you can see all. Look at that. So then you just trim round that lovely chamfered edge there. And then the cool thing about this, guys, is if you have like sparkly card or patterned paper, you put it behind and it shows proud through those die cut pieces. So there we go, that is Quattro D. How cool is that? Look at the state of my back panel here. Just shoved everything on the back. So incredibly beautiful. Now, if you use the sparkly pastes on the second or the third layer, absolutely gorgeous. And again, now you could cut into that and just use half, snip away. So you've just got a border. You could do a pocket on a wedding invite if you wanted to. So lots and lots of options there. What do we think? Let's have a look. My machine arrived yesterday. Oh, thank goodness it didn't get pinched. Woo! That's a lot of that's going on as well, isn't it? Good evening, says Linda. Well, hello, sweetheart. So, check out the items there. Put secret sale into the top of our website as well. Okay, we have sell-out risks on a few of the things. Like I say, we don't have lots of the items because I already do Black Friday deals every day of the week, really. But have a check out because you just never know. There might be something there for you. And in relation to the points lock-in, I will talk about it again on Monday night. If you've got any further questions, we can talk about it whilst I'm sat in my chair, all warm and cosy, and we'll go through it in that sense. If you have invested, well done. 2026 is totally covered for you. You will get your £10 code popped back in your order. Take that code and just spend it whenever you want to spend it as well. So that's the end of the show. I hope you've enjoyed that one-day special. Something a little bit different. Saved on the postage footprint this week as well. If you do have orders on the box, don't forget you can add to your previous order. There isn't that many. There is quite a few greens again, but there isn't that many UK. But if you do have that order, you can add to your previous order as well. So whatever you're doing, stay safe, stay cosy. And I have lots of updates for you on Monday at 6 p.m. So come and have a chat with me. I need to update you on lots and lots of things, what's going on. Some exciting stuff, some delayed stuff, and things like that. So come 6 o'clock, craft and chat, 6 o'clock Monday evening. But whatever you're doing this weekend, stay safe, stay cosy, and always share the love of craft. And if you have bought your lock-in points, absolutely congratulations. You're in for a nice 2026. We've got some amazing products lined up for you all. Take care, guys. Bye. Bye, guys.